Hello and welcome back to the Coffee Buzz. I'm glad you're here. This is that small pause in your day. A few minutes to sit down, breathe, and sit with a verse from the Tao Te Ching. No program to follow, no productivity hack. Just some space to think. So get your coffee and find a chair, because today is verse 11. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it's the center hole that makes the wagon move. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We hammer wood for a house, but it's the inner space that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Let's start with the wheel. Lao Tzu is writing somewhere around the 5th or 6th century BC. To him, the wheel is the height of technology. It carries the harvest. It carries the traveler. It carries the weight of the world. And he looks at this remarkable invention and says, the part that makes it work is the part that isn't here. The spokes are beautiful. The rim is necessary. But pull out the axle, remove the hole at the center, and you don't have a wheel anymore. You have a decoration. A wheel with its solid core is just a heavy stone. It doesn't roll, it just sits there. The nothing is load-bearing. And once Lao Tzu has your attention with the wheel, he does it twice more. The pot, the house, same logic, 3 different scales. A vehicle, a vessel, a shelter. In each case, the useful part is the empty part. I know that the emptiness carries a lot of baggage for us. We use it as a synonym for failure, an empty bank account, an empty promise. But Lao Tzu is using it to mean capacity. Think about what the hollow inside the pot actually does. It is the reason the pot exists. Without the hollow, you don't have a vessel. You have a lump of fired clay. There's a concept in music called negative space. It's the rest, the pauses. Beginners often are afraid of the silence. They try to fill it with thinking that a pause is a mistake. But the experienced musician learns to play the rest, to trust that the space between the notes carries as much meaning as the notes themselves. That wasn't a technical error. That was music. The rest are not the absence of sound. The rest are the composition. The house example is the one that lands hardest for me. Lao Tzu says, it is the inner space that makes it livable. We spend so much of our lives buying things to put in the house, furniture, art, gadgets, forgetting that if we fill the house floor to ceiling, we couldn't get through the front door. We are often so busy decorating the walls that we lose the room to breathe. A life that is all structure and no space, all doing and no room to receive, is like a house with no interior. It looks solid from the outside. It looks full, but it's impenetrable. You can't even live in it. The last line pulls the principle together. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Our culture treats life like an inventory. How much being can I collect? How many spokes can I add? Lao Tzu treats life like a vessel. We think of a full cup as a successful cup, but you can't pour fresh brew into a cup that's already full of cold water. Lao Tzu isn't saying emptiness is something to admire from a distance. He says it's something to use. It's active, it's functional. And the question isn't always, what can I add here? Sometimes the question is, what needs to stay empty? We are trained to treat full capacity as the goal. A calendar with an open hour is a missed opportunity. But the honest application of verse 11 is to look at your schedule, your relationships, and your inner life and ask, where is the hollow? Not where will it be once you've finished your to-do list? Where is it right now? Maybe it's the 5 minutes in the car before you walk into the office. Maybe it's the walk to your mailbox without your phone. It's the intentional gap where you aren't producing anything. You're just being the vessel. If you can't find a single hollow in your day, it's worth asking, how is the wagon supposed to move? The Tao Te Ching is an ancient text about the deep nature of reality, but it's also a practical handbook for how to move through the world without breaking. And verse 11 is the reminder we need when we feel overwhelmed by the stuff of life. Don't worry so much about the spokes today. Just make sure there's a hole in the center. The nothing is load-bearing. Thank you for spending a few quiet minutes here. This has been the Coffee Buzz Podcast.